I'm gonna do roll call. Natalia, are you here? You have to
I'm
say
here.
yes. Okay. Taylor,
Here.
Tay Smoot, nothing. Hello. Okay. Okay. So pretty much, I'm gonna talk about a couple things when it comes to football. It's supposed to be like a persuasive speech, so yeah. So just listen. Okay. So my intro is have you ever heard the saying, the only thing constant in life is change? Well, we're going to talk about the change that's long overdue in youth sports, specifically their urgent need to implement stricter concussion protocols and raise the minimum age for participation in tackle football. Um, I will explain why stricter concussion protocols are essential for protecting young athletes, and how raising the minimum age for tackle football to 12 can safeguard their cognitive health and ensure the sport's needs. The first need is safety needs, of course. A child's brain is not a miniature adult brain. It's still developing with thinner skull bones, weaker neck muscles, making it more susceptible to injury from impacts. Allowing tackle football at young ages um, exposes that fragile brains to repetitive head trauma, which research suggests um, can have long term consequences like impaired cognitive functions and mood disorders and increased risk of diseases. It's like building a skyscraper on a foundation of wet cement. It'll never fully be ready for the stress that it's about to be going through. And then the second one is social and self esteem needs. The fear of brain injury is causing a significant decline in youth tackle football participation. Parents, understandably, are choosing safer alternatives, leading to smaller leagues and fewer opportunities for children to experience the camaraderie and physical activity that sports provide. This threatens the social fabric of youth sports and the very existence of these programs, leaving many children without an outlet for athletic development. The solution is to raise the minimum age for tackle football to 12, aligning with the age when the brain has undergone significant development and neck muscles are stronger. For younger athletes, we should actively promote and invest in flag football and 7v7 touch football. They both offer the benefits of teamwork, strategy, and physical activity without high impact head trauma. It allows children to develop fundamental skills, athleticism, and the love for the game in a safer environment. Um, this change can be implemented through league wide policy adjustments supported by educational campaigns for parents and coaches. Resources should be redirected to strengthen 7v7 and flag football programs, making them attractive and accessible alternatives for tackle football. Um, some might argue that delaying tackle football hinders skill development, or that flag football or 7v7 touch isn't real. However, many professional athletes started with touch or flag football, developing their agility and passing skills, and etc. Furthermore, the skills learned from both flag and touch are route running, catching, defensive positioning, and they can directly be transferred to tackle football later on. So the argument that it's not real football pales in comparison to the reality of potential brain damage. This solution doesn't eliminate football; it just evolves it, making it sustainable and a responsible sport for future generations. Um, I think we just have to visualize it a little bit. Just imagine a future where youth football thrives, not just survives. Our children are like plants. They will develop over time. They will develop their athletic talents on a strong, safe foundation of 7v7 and flag football. Their brains protected during their most vulnerable years. When they transition to tackle football, they'll be physically and neurologically more prepared. Playing with greater skill and confidence, of course. This shift will revitalize the sport, drawing in more participants and creating and creating a healthy, intelligent athlete who can enjoy the game for a lifetime rather than facing a lifetime of regret. Um, if we cling on to the status quo, like youth tackle football will continue its decline. Like a once mighty river slowly drying up, pretty much. The fear of brain injury will become a barrier for parents, leading to empty fields and eventually disappearance of many youth leagues. Um, we risk sacrificing the long term cognitive health of generation for short term tradition, leaving behind a trail of preventable suffering and a sport that has lost its ways, much like a beautiful but broken antique that no one dares to touch. So pretty much restating my thesis, I think that raising the minimum age for tackle football to 12 and promoting flag football and 7v7 for younger athletes is so essential to safeguard developing brains and ensure the sport's future. Um, I urge you to support this vital change. Talk to your local sports organizations, school athletic departments, and community leaders. Really advocate for the age appropriate policies and champion the growth of flag football and 7v7 programs. I encourage parents to enroll their younger children in these programs, and let's collectively send a clear message that, yes, I can't even see what that says actually, that child safety comes first. And then my closing details is let's just build a future where the roar of the crowd is for the joy of the game and not for the silent sacrifices that of our children's health. Let's ensure that every young athlete has a chance to grow into a strong, healthy adult with their love for football intact and their brains protected. So yes, that is my speech. Does anyone have any questions or any comments? Okay.